gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. This is my first video for 2018 and well, it's not like I was not up to nothing on modeling during the first days of the new year. Quite the contrary. I built two kits just now in January, but I was not making any movies, and this is what I call the twins. And I'm gonna tell you guys the story of those twins. This noise you're hearing in the background are my cats. Here we have one of the twins, and let me get the other. Here's the other of the twins. Well, those are two Revell 1940 Fords. And the story is a family member of mine, that's my usual client. Not that I am into selling models, but I used to build models for him. He asked me to build him a 40 Ford because he liked the black one I have. So I showed him the available colors that Ford offered for the 1940 Ford Standard Coupe. And the colors were black, lion blue, and sky mist gray. He loved the lion blue. He really liked it and had the color mixed, and brought the model kit and the color to me. And well, I had never seen the lion blue mixed up. I just had seen it on the catalog, and boy, I fell in love with the lion blue. So I decided I was going to build him his lion blue 40 Ford, and he wanted the car all stock, just the way I like it also. And he asked me to use the two kits mirrors on the car, and the mirrors and the license plates are about the only differences between those two. And I decided to build one for myself using the exact same color, since paint was not a problem, as the minimum amount of paint that my friend Casio mixes, if the paint is automotive, is 450 milliliters. That is about half a liter. So there is lion blue to paint about 20 models. And that's a good thing, because I can always change a little bit the tone of the colors to match other colors. And that's something I used to do. On my Ford, I just used one mirror. And if I had used two and had the same license plate, you wouldn't be able to tell any difference between the two models. But since we have the twins, I'm gonna show you guys some details of those cars. Well, of this car, because it's one, that's two, that is one. I don't know anymore. Here we have it. The one thing I still want to be able to get for those Fords are the white wall inserts from the old Revell Deluxe convertible kits that had the Goodyear name on it, because these newer kits have no brands. And I'm really looking for one of those vintage Revell kits just to get the white wall inserts and make resin copies of them with the name Goodyear, so I can put white wall inserts on those tires. And they are not glued on, they are kept in place just by press fitting them. So it's quite an easy thing to do, really. Yeah, quite easy. It's quite easy to remove them. Anyways, this one here is my very own Lion Blue Ford. I'm gonna try to make the lighting a little better. Remember, this is not a professional video. And remember, those are not professional models. Yeah, the light is still bad. Yeah, quite bad. In fact, let's try to improve something here, repositioning something. I think it's still bad. But, oh well, that's what we have. So, gentlemen, let's begin. This 44 was built from the Revell kit. The paint is automotive. It's enamel, just like Ford itself used to use on the good old days. And yes, the cars were quite shiny when they were new. But those enamels, especially the ones from the 40s, were not so resistant to fading like a modern paint is. So the cars would lose the shine and get somewhat dull. Kirk, don't ruin my box, boy. Oh, those kids. Nope. Starting again. So this one was painted with synthetic enamel in lion blue, and it's quite a decent kit. It's very nice. The running boards are separate pieces, as are the trim rings on the wheels, all separate pieces. Foiling on this kit resumes to the side trim and to the trim on top of the hood, because this front part of the trim is actually a chrome plated piece that comes separate. The headlights and the grille, they come all chrome, and on a 44 that's not a deluxe like this one is not, those parts are body color. So I had to stripe the paint from the headlight grilles and from the grille itself and paint them along with the body in lion blue. Afterwards, I foiled this center section that is chrome on the car and used the Molotov chrome paint to chrome the inside of the headlight bezels before gluing the headlight lenses themselves. Also, here on the windshield there is a center post that is chrome plated on the real car, and that's foil. The rubber seal around the windshield I replicated with Revell acrylic flat black paint that covers really well on clear parts. I also used this paint on the side wind wings that are also black around. They have a rubber seal, and the metal itself around them is also painted black. Remember, this one is a base model car, and as a base model car they had some optionals that you could ask, and I asked for the optionals, let's say this way. The optionals were wide white wall tires that always come with this kit, and the color matching wheels. The color matching wheels that you see here painted in lion blue were optional. If you didn't ask for them, all base model Ford V8s came with a black wheel. The trim rings were standard though. You can also notice that the hubcaps are different from the deluxe model, and they have a V8 emblem on the center, where the deluxe Ford has only Ford Deluxe on the hubcaps. Also, the interior is painted on an ochre color. I used Revell ochre that replicates quite well the color those cars came. The dash on those cars, the base models, it is not painted two-tone like the deluxe model. It is painted a very dark shade of brown all the way, and you have just a foil, the radio speaker, add a little detail on top of the radio there, where is the control that is to consists of a chrome detail and of two buttons that you screw to synchronize the stations. The steering wheel is black, but the steering column is brown like the dash. Down there you can see the heater box. The heater box is gray, no matter the color of the car, and it is gray, has two little chrome details, and the handlings to open the doors on the real car were a very light cream color, as is the gear shift and the radio face and all the dash knobs. All the dash knobs are cream colored on this car. Here on the back you have to paint the black around the rear windows to simulate the rubber gaskets. This kit doesn't include the V8 emblem on the trunk, so I made my own. And on the standard it is blue. On the deluxe car it is red. Also, the standard only has one tail light, not two, even though having two was an option. What else? Here, oh, the kit includes a completely wrong decal for the dash. The kit includes the deluxe instrument fascia for the dash, and that's not accurate, guys. You'll have to do like I did and found a picture of a very nice 40 Ford car dash, because the truck was different, and rescale it and install on your dash the correct 40 Ford base model decal. If you want one, I have them on my computer and I can email you. I even have the Photoshop file that I used to improve the picture so it would look nicer when printed and installed on the dash. And that decal there on the dash, here it's possible to see, that decal there on the dash is the correct standard dash decal, not the deluxe that Revell includes with this kit. The engine is the Ford Flathead. It's the 221 V8. Remember, a lot of people say this is the 60 horsepower engine. It is not. It is the 85. The 60 was an option, even on the deluxe models. It's not because this one is a base model that it will have the 60 horsepower engine as a standard. So this is the Flathead V8. The kit comes with the decals for the hoses and with the decal for the air cleaner and for the oil filter, and those are nice, very nice. The kit also comes with a decal for the firewall there to replicate the serial number of the car, and the little aluminum plate where all the details about the car would be stamped at the factory. And it is quite a nice decal, but you can't read anything of it. The hood fits quite well. Out of the box, when you get your model kit out of the box, you'll have two sink marks on the hood, one here and one here on the underside where the hood hinges are supposed to get glued. So you'll have to fill that. And here there is quite a nasty mold line here that you'll have to putty and get rid of. And let me show you guys the underside. The underside is also quite stuck. The kit includes the Columbia rear end, and the Columbia rear end did not come from the factory with those cars, but was a very popular choice. And it's quite a detailed kit. The front axle and the front steering components here I had to cut and shorten in 3 millimeters, because if I didn't, the tires would rub the inside of the front fenders. And if you take care while assembling your Ford, you'll have a car that rolls. Well, I like to play with my cars, so I like them to roll. Yes, I didn't have an infancy. Guys, thank you very much for watching my video on the Lion Blue 1940 Ford base model Coupe V8. If you have any questions or comments, you are always welcome. Thanks again, and bye-bye.